everyone, I hope you're all doing really well and welcome to another artist vlog where I'm going to show you some behind the scenes of me in the studio as a full-time pet portrait and wildlife artist and art tutor. So you might notice that my artwork is off the wall. So there was 3 little lambs here and I'm actually going down to London tomorrow to drop this artwork off at the Green and Stone Gallery in Chelsea for their summer exhibition. I've been part of it last year and the year before and I really like being part of this exhibition because there's just such a range of artwork there, and I feel like it's a really good chance for me to meet other artists that are doing completely different things to me, not realism, more like abstract stuff. There's loads of portraits, usually they're like human portraits. It's quite painting focused as well, I'd say. So the fact that I've got in again as a colour pencil artist, I'm really proud of. This piece I did last year and it's actually a timed drawing challenge. This is actually a tutorial that you can do on my Patreon, and I feel like with colour pencils, because they're so time consuming, I wanted to start doing a series of time drawing challenge tutorials that really kind of force us to loosen up and have a bit of a sketchier style and work in a much quicker way. So all in all, this actually only took me 45 minutes. I did the first one in 20 minutes, I did the middle one in 15 minutes, and I did the last one in 10 minutes. And surprisingly, I actually like the last one that I did in 10 minutes the best. That's my favourite. So I've just printed out the label to put on the back. I'm going to get it bubble wrapped and then I'll be off in the morning on the train down to London. So I've just been sent a package and I think I know what's in it, but I feel like there's a few extras, so let's open it together. So this couldn't have come at a better time. I feel like I've just been kind of lacking a bit of inspiration recently. I've just been like tutorial and commission focused, doing work for everyone else, and I kind of want to create some work that's just for me. Do a drawing that's, you know, no pressure in terms of filming it for a tutorial, just simply creating a drawing just for me and drawing something that I want to draw. So yeah, this couldn't have come at a better time because I've literally just received a package which is from Derwent. Anyone that watches my tutorials or follows along my drawings knows how much I love the Derwent pencils. Look how nicely packaged that is. There's a cute little note in here as well saying, "We are delighted to share with you our wonderful drawing pencil set. Join us in celebrating the launch of our new products and enjoy getting creative." From Derwent. This is the Derwent Drawing Natures palette. Let's get these open and see what's inside them. It's packaged very nicely, very impressed. Feels like Christmas. We've got the Derwent battery operated eraser. I actually have one of these already and they're so good for like lifting off pigment and creating highlights. I've also got a twin hole pencil sharpener which I've actually never tried. I've never tried the Derwent sharpeners, so I'm excited to try that. Oh my goodness, look how big that is. It's the full 72 pencil set. Let's open the lid and see what colours we've got. Wow. Oh my god, there's literally another row. I love all these neutral colours. And look at all these gorgeous yellows and reds, purples, blues, greens. Like there's such a lovely range of colours in this pencil set. I really want to give these pencils a try, so I'm going to have a look at some reference photos, see which ones I like. I actually can't believe there's 2 whole rows of pencils and such a variety of colours. You could literally draw like a flamingo, you could draw something like an elephant that's really neutral, you could draw like a landscape with the amount of colours that are in here. Like even just the range of purples, like I have like 2 purples in my pencil set and that is about it. So these are definitely going to get used in like a vibrant bird or something like that in the future. But honestly, I'm so impressed. I feel like as coloured pencil artists as well, you can't really mix colours the same as you can with, say, paints. So having some of these really neutral colours, especially as a wildlife artist, is honestly just so helpful for blending and for drawing loads of different types of wildlife. So I think it's definitely time to start searching for a reference photo for me to draw from so I can try out some of these pencils. So whenever I'm looking for reference photos, I'll always look on either Unsplash, Pixabay or Pexels, which are all like royalty-free reference photos. And I'm kind of in the mood to draw an elephant, but I'm just trying to find a photo that's got maybe a little bit of water in it or some sort of a background so I can actually try more of these colours, not just like the grey neutral tones. I have drawn an elephant once before, which was for a tutorial on Patreon, and there was actually quite a few more colours in the skin than I initially thought. There was a lot of like pinks, blues, purples, all depending on where the light was kind of hitting the skin at different points. So I've selected these reference photos. Tried to get some with some different coloured backgrounds in as well. I kind of like the colours and the position of the elephant in one reference photo and then more of the background of another, so I might combine a couple of reference photos together and then I'm going to print out the final image ready for me to draw. So this is the photo that I've just printed out, so it's now time to draw the outline. I'm going to use this Derwent paper pad with a super smooth surface. So to transfer the outline onto the paper, I'm going to use transfer paper. This is graphite transfer paper, which means that you can erase the initial outlines. You want to make sure it's wax free and try to avoid carbon paper or transfer paper that's got wax in it because it'll be really hard to erase those initial outlines. So I'm going to turn it over and place it on my paper and secure it in place with a little bit of tape. And then I'm going to secure the reference photo over the top and sort of place it central so the elephant's in the middle. I'm then going to work over the top of the initial outline so it'll transfer the outline underneath onto the paper. It just ensures that I get really accurate outlines. I always do this for wildlife drawings or commissions. Just keeps the proportions accurate and I feel like it saves the most time as well. It's the quickest way just to get that initial outline down. I didn't end up combining any of the reference photos together. I've just gone with one and try and incorporate some of the like nature inspired colour palette. I'm just going to take off the reference photo and the transfer paper. And you can see how well that's transferred on underneath. I think I might just do some colour swatches first on this scrap piece of watercolour paper just before I start the actual drawing, just so I can get a feel for the kind of colours that I'm going to be using from the pencil set. So there's some gorgeous browns, golds, greens and a bit of blue in the sky and the water. That feels really, really nice to work with, like super soft. I absolutely love the range of those nature-inspired colours. They're literally perfect for the forest in the reference photo. I love that colour, Arctic. I feel like I don't have anything that's that pale but that's not white, if you know what I mean. That's a gorgeous colour. I carried on with the swatches, exploring more of the colour range, specifically different colours for the elephant's skin, the water, the sky and the forest before layering them into the drawing. I'm going to start with the elephant and I'm going to start with the palest colours that I can see. With colour pencils you always want to work from light to dark, so I've kind of ordered some of the colours that I've done the swatches with that I liked, and I'm going to start with some of the palest ones. I'm going to start with the shade Champagne. I actually really like the names of some of these colours. These pencils have got a really thick core and they're perfect for blending and layering. I can feel already how kind of creamy and smooth the pigment is transferring onto the paper. I'm hardly using any pressure and it's just effortlessly kind of transferring onto the paper. So Derwent have just launched the new nature-inspired drawing range, and anyone that's followed me for a while knows already how much I love their Derwent drawing pencils. They're They're so creamy, they've got such a thick core, and they're just exceptional at blending. So the fact that they've added 48 brand new highly pigmented shades is honestly so exciting. You can get them as single pencils or in tins of 36 and 72. Considering an elephant is grey, there's a lot of colours involved that just layer together beautifully. They literally kind of melt together. As a realism artist, I always use a slice tool towards the end of my drawing just to pull out some of those really fine highlighted details. I think it really makes all the difference when it comes to the realistic element. And these Derwent drawing pencils work exceptionally well with the craft knife slice tool. You can see how that pigment is just lifting off the paper with ease. I'm hardly applying any pressure at all with this. Because the pigment is so soft and smooth and everything's really blended now, I can create some gorgeous little highlights and fine lines just to elevate that kind of dry, cracked texture of the elephant's skin. Every single pencil colour in this set feels like it's been plucked straight from nature's palette. The soft, creamy texture makes blending effortless, and that extra wide 5mm core is perfect for covering broad areas quickly while still letting me build up depth and texture. Because they're so soft, they wear down on one side quite easily, so they're perfect for building up shadow, building up soft lines, and you literally can't see the pencil strokes because they transfer on so soft. I'm now going to make a start on the sky, and it's very similar colours to the water, but probably even brighter and paler. I can kind of see a few subtle clouds in the sky, but no crazy details, it's all quite blended. I'm going to use the shade Arctic, which is the one that I really liked when I was doing the colour swatches. It's super pale, so perfect for the water and the sky. Because these pencils are so soft, you get such a lovely even coverage when you're shading like a large area like this. Just look how versatile this palette is, and with the high quality light fast finish, your artwork will last a lifetime. You can also get 30% off these pencils with my discount code DRAW-BB, which is all in capitals, and I'll leave all the details in the description below.
Level 1.
Gloucester Road.
So we've arrived in London. I've been with my friend. Oh, noisy lift. I met up with my friend Charmaine today, who is actually from Australia, but she moved over here like last year or the year before.
Shout out Charmaine.
We've met up a few times, and she was actually the first ever person to join my Patreon. But we're here because we're actually going to the private viewing of the Green and Stone summer exhibition, which we are ready to go to now. Just waiting for our Uber.
Videos of other people's helping out.
Aggressive in here.
Really like the old woman. Realism's finally making a comeback. Realism and pet portraits and dogs finally coming back.
So the artist you have submitted, you've done something brave. You've put work into the work. It's just a collection. It's a conversation between artist and viewer, between intention and interpretation. It is also a celebration, not just a debate. There is one prize. You will
It's nice to see people's reactions to your work like in person, because you don't always get that with like predominantly working online.
Fantastic.
Good?
Oh yeah.
So I'm back in my home studio today, and as you might notice, there's drawings absolutely everywhere. Basically, I've made a really long list of all the tutorials that I need to add onto my website as a tutorial to keep, because I've not updated it for so long, and there's loads that I need to put on there, but obviously every single one takes time to do, like the ebook and get everything in order, get the folder ready with all the reference photos, materials lists, line drawings, pictures of it at various stages and stuff like that. So that's today's job, is to start getting some content for each of these that I can make into individual reels, and yeah, just start getting everything in order, a bit more organised for the ebooks, and hopefully make a bit of a start on updating my tutorials to keep on my website. I think the last time I vlogged I was in London down at the private viewing. I'm now back home. I can't remember if I said I'm actually home looking after Bella for this week. So my parents are on holiday, they're in Italy. So it's been nice to be back with Bella. We're just waiting for my friend Megan, and then we're going to take you for a walk, aren't we? Yeah. Don't look like she's in the mood for a walk. But you're coming anyway. We're going to go to the pub. Yeah. Oh, do you want to go and see Megan? Do you want to go and see Megan? The setup. So I've just filmed a video. I'm not sure if it's going to be for Patreon, for YouTube, or for something else yet. But yeah, that didn't actually take me that long. I feel like I always get into my head that it's going to take me forever. And it has literally taken me 15-20 minutes, but it's just the scripting and the wording it right that takes the longest time. That's the hard bit. The actual filming of it is the easy bit. So now onto the other hard bit, which is the editing.
No. You really don't like it. Say hello to the vlog. Hello.
I'm about to start filming another mini portrait. This is literally tiny, 3 by 3 inches, of a little cavapoo. So we're going to be focusing on drawing tiny scale, minimising all those details, and also drawing curly fur. So I'll show you it when it's done. You comfy?
Wait, can I get out of there if I go in it?
Getting ready to play paddle for the first time.
We just do like a few practice runs. Trying to do this. That's
leopard print collar for a leopard print cat. So I'm just about to go live and do my monthly Q&A for my professional tier on Patreon. We've got 10 people now, so that tier is completely full. I've limited it to 10 members only because I give them sort of really in-depth critique and feedback every month, and I feel like 10 is enough. That's what I can deal with my other sort of workload. But yeah, it's 10 o'clock and I'm about to go live. But yeah, let me know if you can see me and hear me okay. I'm going to be just working on this commission today. I'm also going to be showing you some of my latest work. So, ignore all these tripods that are literally everywhere, but I've just made a little bit of progress on my commission. I've actually drawn a commission for this client before. This is a 10 by 10 inch portrait and it's of a cockapoo, so obviously a bit biased, but I love drawing cockapoos because I've got a cockapoo. This is the reference photo that I'm working from. And I don't know why, but for some reason my iPad recently, like the screen has been looking really yellow and I'm not really sure why. I don't know if it's like because of the sunlight or whether it's just because it's old. I'm not sure, but it's obviously not the best for when I'm kind of working from reference photos on my iPad and translating the colours onto paper. I don't want it to look yellow. So that is an issue. But yeah, I've just finished the live. Quite a few people joined that one as well. So it's quite nice to chat with my top professional tier members on Patreon. And someone actually asked, where is everyone from on Patreon? And I was like, do you know what? Patreon doesn't actually give you that, like, it doesn't give you really in-depth analytics. So I'm not actually sure. I know that a lot of people are from America and Australia and like dotted around Europe. And like there's Brazil and like random places, Japan. But I'm not entirely sure where everyone's from. And like I've spoken to a lot of people, but I'm not actually sure where they're from. It collects their emails, but it doesn't say where they're from. So I think in the community chat, I'm actually going to ask everyone and just say, out of curiosity, where are you from? One of my members, Mayumi from Japan, she was asking if there's any other Japanese members, and I don't know, but it'd be nice if there is, because then, you know, they could connect. And it's still crazy to me that people are literally from all over the place. So I do one of these live Q&As every month for just my top professional tier. So it's open to 10 people, but obviously with everyone being from all over the place, not everyone can join that specific date or time, but they'll be able to watch the live back anyway, and send in the questions before I do the live so I can answer them in the live. So I think I'm going to make a little bit more progress on this commission until 11 o'clock. That's 10 minutes. I'm not going to get much more done, but I need to package up 3 commissions that I've done over the past few weeks, and then I think I'm going to go to the gym, trying to get back into it. Off to the gym. So I've just finished filming this whole entire leg, which is part 7 of this octopus tutorial for Patreon. I've got 2 legs left to draw that are kind of similar angle. It's taken me quite a while to do this one because it's so intricate. Like, you can see all the different scales, there's so many colours involved, so many different shapes. So it has been quite intricate, quite complex, but I've really enjoyed it, and it's been something very different than what any of us have drawn before on Patreon. It's kind of complete polar opposite to fur, so it's been quite refreshing to do something a little bit different. I've just finished this 10 by 10 inch portrait of Rocco the cockapoo. Just spent a few hours today just finishing off the right ear and the chest area, so it's all done.
Yeah, this mate. Yeah, this look. This well.
Thank you.
Ready?
I've never been more ready.
I'm practicing and not. Woo-hoo-hoo! Knock me out.
Exciting news, I've been longlisted for the Explorers Against Extinction Sketch for Survival exhibition this year. So what I need to do now is basically send it off and hopefully get shortlisted for the exhibition. So I've just done a little note and signed my certificate of authenticity, and then I need to package it up in the box.
Shush, Will.
What's he doing?
Now look what we've got. Okay.
Oh.
Shall I give you a bit of the... There you go.
That'll stop
better?
you barking.
Yeah.
Just about to start filming my next podcast episode, all about how to maximise the value of your artwork. I'm just now working on my next focus tutorial for Patreon, which is actually water, which I've not drawn before, especially not as a tutorial. Completely different to fur. I feel like over the past few months I've just been trying to push the boat out a little bit and draw things that are a little bit different than what we're used to drawing. And this month as well, I'm working on a sea lion tutorial. So this is what I've drawn so far of it, 2 parts. I did like the first half and then the second half. But the sea lion is actually swimming through water, so it's surrounded by a body of water. So I thought do a focus tutorial and then we can apply the same techniques into the sea lion tutorial. So this is the sea lion reference that we're working from on Patreon. It's got loads of reflections in there, and even just the sea lion itself, because the fur or skin is kind of wet, it reflects that water. So that was really interesting to draw. It's like completely different to fur, even though it kind of is fur. It's like waterproof in a way. It kind of looks really shiny, but yeah, that's what I've been working on Patreon this month. But yeah, I'm going to make a bit more progress on this focus tutorial and hopefully get it finished in the next sort of hour or so.
Right, just look out to sea. What room are we?
422. Right.
Turns out we got the wrong lift, wrong end of the hotel.
Completely wrong section of the
But the room does exist, so
just been shown where to go.
this is a better lift, to be fair. You can see yourself from every
It's
angle.
like an optical illusion.
Difficulties.
Cold.
What's the view like?
That heat's on immediately.
Opening the bickies. Ooh.
Cheers. Breakfast demolished. That was really good.
Just about.
So we are actually in York. It takes me a while to get into the swing of it.
We are actually in York.
So we're in York and we're staying at the Grand Hotel. I actually got a voucher for my birthday from my mum and dad, so we've come here for a night. So we were here all day yesterday, shopping, exploring York, and our train is in about an hour, 2 hours. We need to check out in 10 minutes, by the way. Where did we go for tea? Cut and Craft, which is like a steakhouse, last night for tea, which was lovely. We've just had some breakfast at the hotel as well, which was really nice. But yeah, yesterday it was like thunderstorms in the afternoon and then it cleared up, luckily. But today looks like a really nice day. We actually walked all along here yesterday. So yeah, it's been nice to have a bit of a break from work, but I've still got a lot to do, and I'm actually going to London tomorrow to pick up my lambs from the Green and Stone Gallery, because it hasn't sold, unfortunately, but it's just one of them things. I'm still glad that I did it, and it was good exposure. It was good to talk to people on the private viewing night. And yeah, it's been exhibited in London for a month, so I mean, it's not bad going. People will have seen it in person. And yeah, it's always good to be part of something like that with other artists as well. So going down to collect that tomorrow, so I should get back about 4 o'clock. So I'll still have the evening to do a bit of work, but other than that, it's going to be a bit of a travelling day on the train, but which is fine because I feel like I catch up on loads of work, like on my laptop when I'm travelling on the train.
Can you see me? That big, I'm wider than that mirror. You can see.
All checked out and ready to go and get the train. Picked me up from the station.
Hello.
I'm just waiting for Emma to arrive and then we're going for a roast, which I'm super excited for. We're going to the same place that me and Conrad went the other week, the Black Friars, or the Black Friar, and it was really good. The portions were massive though. Sunday roast. Oh!
Thank you, Richard.
Do you know what? And he's swinging off the roof. So I got back a few hours ago from the roast with my two friends, Emma and Makinson. She's also called Rebecca, but she calls me Baron. I call her Makinson. But yeah, it was so good. Honestly, it's the biggest portion ever. If anyone's in Manchester and looking for a really nice place to have like a roast dinner, there's like a posh pub. The Black Friar is where we went. It's honestly so nice. I've actually just filmed my next podcast episode, which is actually going to be my 70th episode, which is crazy. And that's going to go out on Wednesday. Today is Sunday, but I'm actually going home tomorrow evening because me and my mum are going on a spa day on Tuesday. So I feel like this week I'm at the spa day on Tuesday, and then on Friday I'm going down to London to drop my flamingo off at the Mall Galleries for the David Shepherd Wildlife Artist of the Year competition in London, which I'm honestly so excited for. I still need to find an outfit to wear. We've booked all the train and like the hotel and everything, that's all sorted, but honestly I can't wait for that, and I can't wait to see people's work in person. Another wildlife artist, Danielle Verbeeten, who predominantly works in pastels, she's done like an African sunset of elephants and it looks all dusty like by the water, and honestly it's incredible. So I can't wait to see that in person and to actually see her in person as well, because we've been chatting for ages. In terms of work and tutorials, I feel like again I've not really given an update, or I can't remember the last time that I did. Today is the 31st of August. I feel like it's already autumn. It's gone like from a heat wave to cold again, which I don't mind. I don't mind like the cozy autumn season, to be honest. So I'm actually about to film the last little bit of this octopus tutorial. I started the bottom and final leg the other day, but I didn't finish it. I got about halfway. So I've still got a lot of layers to add up, adding loads of detail and vibrant colours, and then this octopus will be done. I feel like this has been one of the most complex but also interesting subjects that I've ever drawn. It's just so full of like different colours and textures with all these little scales and patterns and tentacles. Like there's a lot going on. So I've really enjoyed teaching this tutorial, and I'll show it you when it's done. And I've also been working on this little sea lion tutorial, obviously a lot smaller than the octopus, sticking with like the aquatic animals at the minute. But I've actually drawn the full sea lion. I just need to draw the water around it, which I think is going to be quite interesting to draw because it's sort of swimming through the water and there's a lot of reflections going on. So I kind of left it as part 1 and part 2. And in the meantime, I drew this little water study with pan pastels and coloured pencils because I feel like it was good practice for me to know what colours to use, how to achieve certain textures and get that kind of glistening effect on top of the surface of the water. And surprisingly, it was actually quite a lot easier than I thought drawing water. I've never drawn water before. So now that I've done that, I feel like I can confidently teach how to draw the water that surrounds the sea lion and finish off that tutorial as well. I also did another little mini portrait. So this is 3 by 3 inches. It's literally tiny. I've done 3 more of these in the previous month. We've drawn a corgi, a whippet and a little sausage dog. So this is another one to add to the collection. This is a little cavapoo and it literally took me 1 hour to draw. I quite like drawing these because they're really quick and they make you think about how you can minimise the details but still create like a realistic drawing at the end. I also have a commission to package up, which is going to be tomorrow's job, I think. This is of Rocco the cockapoo, 10 by 10 inches. I really enjoyed this one. I love the colours in it and obviously being a cockapoo, bias, but yeah, I love drawing this kind of loose, wavy, curly fur. So I'm pretty happy with how that's turned out. And I've also been working on this commission of a black spaniel, which I've still got quite a lot left to do on it. And again, this is 10 by 10 inches. I'm kind of working on this for an hour or so every evening, just trying to get a few more bits done to it. And I've actually been smashing the tutorials to keep on my website. So I think I mentioned maybe at some point previously in this vlog that I was updating all of my tutorials to keep on my website, because I basically did a big list and I've got loads to add on there. So I've been making my way through, slowly adding them sort of a few at a time. I've just added the Bengal cat fur, which is this little study here. This is actually my own reference photo from my cousin's cat. Basically like leopard fur, but this is a tutorial that you can now buy as a tutorial to keep on my website. I've also added the panda, which is an all-time favourite. This is 7 or 8 parts, I think, along with the mallard duck, the peacock butterfly, the Weimaraner, the polar bear, which is another big favourite of my students on Patreon, the Highland cow, a focus tutorial of silky grey cat fur, where I teach you how to achieve that lovely silvery tone and create like a glossy shine to the fur, along with this little focus tutorial of a peacock feather, where I teach you how to create these lovely patterned details within a feather and work really delicately and have like maximum control of your pencils. So I'll leave the link to all of my new and updated tutorials to keep on my website in the video description below. So if you want to work through any of them, then you can do. And with each tutorial to keep, you'll get a downloadable PDF like ebook where you get access to the reference photo, links to the materials and links to all of the video tutorials. So you can watch it back as many times as you want, work through it as many times as you want. It's yours to keep. So I'm just filming the final part of this sea lion tutorial where I'm working on the water. There's quite a few like neutral like brown colours in this as well as blues. And this is actually a Derwent drawing pencil set that I actually won. I think it was last year or maybe no, I think it was last year or maybe the year before. And I won it at the Davy Shepherd Wildlife Artist of the Year competition. And I used some of these colours at Zoe Fitchett's workshop. It was this exact set. And I've actually, as you can see, not really used many of the colours. There's some that I use all the time. But anyway, I've picked out a few that are literally the perfect colours for what I'm trying to achieve. And I've just used the smoke blue, the ink blue, and I'm about to use the yellow ochre for the water. But yeah, I love them. They're so like creamy and really easy to blend, especially for like this water texture that requires a lot of blending. They're literally perfect. You're fluffy. Oh, thank you.
Oh, cold. Ow! You knocked me out.
Thank you so much if you made it to the end of this artist vlog. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry it was so delayed. I feel like this artist vlog is over the past like 2 months. But I've got another one that's already ready to go pretty much. I just want to add a few more days to it and then it should be done. So hopefully not as much of a long wait for the next one. If you enjoy my artist vlogs like this and would like to see more, then please subscribe to my channel to see more artist vlogs, art related content and future podcast episodes. And yeah, hopefully it's not too long to my next one, and I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day.